Hey, Marco, it's great to have you here today. Really
Be
appreciate your time. Have a few questions for you, and maybe we'll just start out with a little bit of a warm-up lap here.
Sure.
So just curious, how excited are you? Got a brand new car this year for the Indy 500.
Yeah, I mean, obviously having KULR come on board is, gives me an extra little boost, but also, and I think it's actually revamped my thinking and excitement for Indy. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I don't think I've ever been this excited to get back behind the wheel and to get to the speedway. I think when it's the fourth race of the season, it could become like just a continuation of the season. But now it's like I've put everything into this, and so I've prepared for 1 year for just this race, and I'm really excited to get on track, get warmed up. Actually, next week at the test. So and then from there, come back in May swinging.
That's great to hear. We're super excited at KULR. We know how great you run this track, so can't wait to see you get to the top of that podium. Very excited.
Same here. I mean, that's one place I've always said that one position matters, because I've been on the podium 3 or 4 or 5 times there, and that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Back in the day, it was double points, so it was good for the championship. But it's like when you come that close, it makes you even hungrier to come back and to handle unfinished business, so to speak, because I think we do run well here, and when we show up here, it's my job to make sure we're one of the guys that they have to come through if they want to win the race.
Fantastic. Well, you know KULR, we're all about thermal management and battery safety, and really a lot of our product line is very safety focused. We support the International Space Station, the Perseverance on Mars. We'll be supporting the astronauts going to the moon coming very soon. So in your world, we know that safety is very important. Can you talk a little bit about how you feel about the safety of the vehicles today?
Yeah, I think that's one thing. I mean, looking at my grandfather's era, and then my father's, and even me, I'm getting up there in age, but even when I started out, I think in maybe 5-10 years, we're going to be sitting there talking about our heads were exposed. That's crazy, So it's stuff that they keep evolving, and it actually makes me more comfortable to be able to just go and focus on solely doing my job and not thinking about anything else. And I think as a driver, you kind of have to be wired that way anyway, to not pick your foot up off the throttle. So I put my faith in the man upstairs and just go to work and try not to think of any of that, because that'll slow us down. So we're very fortunate to be able to have companies like you guys, and I mean, IndyCar's done a great job of staying up with the evolution of the safety, and we got some of the best people as far as the safety team. I mean, when there is impacts, of how fast they get to the car, how they extract us from the car, and so it makes us, it's one less thing that we have to worry about. We always have to respect the reality of the speeds, but also we're a lot safer nowadays than we used to be.
It's fantastic. For KULR, we're certainly excited to help support Andretti's, especially for your battery safety and the storage and transportation of those. And we've been working well with the team, so looking forward to continuing that. One last question for you. You did mention the different eras that your family has been racing. And if you look back on those different eras, which one would be your favorite? Or is it something to come in the future?
I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool. Like, obviously, having driven I'm going into my 17th year. That's dating me. But, having driven for almost 2 decades, I'm curious about my grandfather's era. And, my father's era, towards the end of his career, he ran with me. So, my grandfather's era, I think, would be really cool to experience, as far as one thing that and not taking away from anything back in the day, but I think in any profession the bar's been raised as far as the bottom of the field up. And what I mean is, I think back in the day the top 5 would run with the top 5 today, but I just think there's 25 today. Right. You know what I mean? And I think you have a little hiccup or a sneeze and you're 20th today. Right. Where back then you kind of have a bad day and you might be 5th still. So there's, I think, competition-wise, from top to the bottom is a lot tighter nowadays. But like I said, the top 5 back then are as good as now, and you see Will Power coming up on my grandfather's pole record, and Dixon coming up on the win record, and you know, he already surpassed my dad, which you know, it's crazy to think about in modern day. So, you know, I've been honored to race against some of those greats as well, and so you know, I know when I get the question on Twitter, who would I want it to drive against? I mean, my grandfather is number one.
Nice. Well, we really appreciate your time today. Thanks
Yeah.
so much, Marco.
Thank you.
Best of luck in
Thanks,
the
Al.
500, and can't wait to see you win this thing.
Yeah, can't wait to represent your colors, and you know, I'm looking forward to hopefully just finally ticking this one off the box.
Thank you.
Thank you.